Alright folks, today I'm going to be cooking me some artichokes. I'm going to cook these two. So what we're going to start off with here, cut the ends off. Now mind you, you can still eat these things on the end there, so you don't want to cut too much off. Just want to kind of clean it up a little bit. From the trash. And next up, we're going to cut off these barbs. This is essentially like a cactus, if you will. Pull off these extras off the stalk here. Put one here. Okay. Now we're just going to basically get through just cut these sharp tips off. And you start getting these little flat ends with no barbs. So people don't poke their mouths when you eat them. Not to mention it does help get some of the moisture to go underneath the leaves to help them cook. I typically like to cook mine for a long period of time because when you do cook them for a long period of time, you can literally eat all the meat from the very ends of the leaves. Where a lot of times you go to places and it's just like, of a leaf like this, you're getting a little bit of meat out of there, where literally you could just literally almost just eat the whole thing. But excuse the burps. Oh shoot! Oh, rude. Cooking with paper. So I'm camping, so we're going to be using this Lodge cast iron pans partial pot here with this and turn it into like a Dutch oven, kind of poor man style. I think the size is like perfect for these because when these are cut in half, it should fit in there perfectly. Stabilized with the lid. Got some friends coming over tonight. Looking forward to cooking for them. Oops, finish this one off. And enjoying a nice fire out here at Leo Carrillo Beach near Malibu. About 8 miles away from Malibu. It's really pretty here. It's unfortunate I couldn't take the PCH route because of the shitty fires that occurred not far from here at the Palisades. Yeah, it looked like a military zone. They wouldn't let us through without law enforcement tags and whatnot. So I just also want to thank you guys all for like tuning into my channel. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. It means the world to me, and it's going to allow me to do this more often. Make some really good stuff for you. Go to really cool places. I will also be riding electric unicycles at times. It's my thing. Reviewing a lot of stuff that I cook with. Reviewing a lot of stuff that I use on my truck for camping in general. All the things that you see here. Kind of walk you through so that way you don't make the same mistakes as I did, because I tend to buy a lot of different things, try it, don't like it, and have to replace it. So hopefully the channel helps you out with that. All right, that's about as far as you're going to go, because I actually have to cut this off here. So that's that one. So again, I'm just trim these tips off. Also, when you're done with this, if it's done the right way, seasoned right, with the right vegetables, the thing about camping with bugs, I hate bugs, is you can keep the sauce, and the sauce is literally the best to dip like sourdough bread in. If you have visitors, so it has 2 parts. You can cook things in it like eggs or whatever you want to cook with instead of just using butter. You have something flavorful. Yeah, a little hidden secret, it's amazing with seafood. I like this one, Joe. I'm just about done with this part. The insides of a artichoke, let me bring this up. You're going to see some white, purple flowers. Those are actually barbs. So you have to really do what you can to cut those out without removing too much of the heart of the artichoke, which is, I personally think, is the best part. So you have to really be aware of that, not to do too much damage to it. You're obviously going to take some of it out. I find things that are smaller, like, if you have like one of those measuring the steel teaspoon sets that you can use, little cup ones. This is going to work kind of the same way. I'm actually excited about using this. This is just a good old peeler, but this thing, I'll show you in the center, it can go in there because a big spoon's kind of too wide for it. Because you're literally going to be taking out a chunk out of it like this, and that's going to really pop out all that stuff you don't want inside of it. So, meanwhile, okay, so this is what you would deal with here. Now I'm going to cut the chips off. Thank you, Mr. Knife. You've been so kind. So, where was it? And just discard that. That's one. Two. Those are the purple ones. These ones are sharp, so you definitely got to get those out before you get going. All right. Next thing I'm going to do, turn it on its side. I'm just going to basically go right down that. It's a lot easier than you think. Ta-da. Okay. It's not that hard, but this is important to get this stuff out of there because you don't want to eat that. It's not edible at all unless you are some kind of crazy animal. Yeah. Alright, so this one doesn't have any purple. No big deal, but they are still a little prickly in here, so we're going to make sure you get it out. So in here is the area that we're going to remove. You can try to do it with a knife, and prep that, if you will. You can start it with a knife, which is not a bad idea, but you're going to have to follow it up with some way to scoop it out of there. And make sure you throw all that stuff away. You don't want that fuzzy stuff. So, let's get started on that. So, as I showed you, I started in that area with a knife. Actually, I'll do it here so you can see it better. This thing is working really good. Maybe my go-to thing now. My kids absolutely love my artichokes. I'm gonna fight over who can have the most. Okay. So I'm going to tear out all that, essentially almost like I can lay this in here, but I'm not doing them in that manner. So I'm not going to do it that way. I'm still going to get all those sharp ones out. Right to the tip. Fast. This is where I say you're going to... The guy on the motorcycle sounds like he's having a blast up there. So by the way, I'm at, again, Leo Carrillo Beach. Somebody having a blast. This is what you want it to look like. I'm going to cut down the stem a little bit because I don't know how big it's going to fit in there. Two. So again, you can do this again. You can prep it. Go right along that fuzzy seed area. It's kind of like a sunflower seed, or sunflower, if you will. Boom. Sharp. Yeah, and be careful because these do poke. The only risk of messing with this plant, but it is so worth the work. Okay, so once you get all the way down, that means there's no more barbs. Come in here and clean this up. So then we're going to kind of rinse it off, but when you do, you kind of want to get some water down up inside these things. Get all that stuff off of there. All the fuzzy stuff. Water down inside these, rinse them, clean them. If you're really, really anal about it, because they're going to change colors to a dark ammo green when you cook them anyway. If you want them to try to look white all the way up to that point, you can put the good old lemon juice trick on there and try to maintain that look. I could really care less, but because they're just going to get hot anyway. So for now, I'm going to set these downward because they're better to cook down first. And here's why. When you turn them over, you can get that cool little charred look along here that you might see it in some other pictures or restaurants or what have you. I do think that's a cool effect. All right, so this one's got stronger barbs, bigger area of fuzz. I'll just kind of get that started and then finish it up with this thing. So you'll know when you start getting it all out because the purple flowers or the interior flowers or petals or needles will begin to fall out. Today has turned into a really beautiful day at the windows. The tent. Weather's finally starting to get warm. There's some really cool tide pools over here you can go and check out. I don't know if I'm going to have time to because I got a bunch of things I need to cook. Thinking about putting down some Korean tacos. I'm going to definitely, so the main thing tonight I'm looking forward to doing is we're going to deep fry some chicken. Probably make some onion rings, French fries, and potentially I'm going to try mozzarella sticks too, just to be ridiculous. About everything you can get at a bar. All right, so we're going to rinse this one off too. Get all this extra stuff. Now, when you're buying artichokes, they could look different on the inside. They can look different on the outside, but when they're cooked, they all look the same. Wonderful. All right, last one. So again, I'm going to prep this one, go right along that area. Let's get down with the bongos out there. Remember, these things are pretty much parallel, so or symmetrical parallel. So whatever work you put in the first one on the same one, it'll typically be about the same in the next one. Until everything starts to release. You pull off a couple extra leaves, it makes it a little bit easier to see too. Okay, I think that concludes our burbs. Okay. Watch this one too. Okay. Okay, now the fun time. You can put, to save myself cooking time, I'm going to dance in some baby carrots for flavor, color, whatnot, since this is going to be my hors plate. You can pick out a little bit of everything. That should probably do. Don't have to get too crazy. Next up, we want to do garlic. I find coarse garlic's a little bit better to deal with. It's a little more resilient to the oil and the heat. The chunks are kind of cool when you're taking bites into things, but you can use a press if you like. Oh, I love the smell of garlic. The best base of every plate for me, because we're all different, is probably garlic and onions. Magical things. I meet people that say they can't handle either one of them. It breaks my heart. Look at that already. Kind of spread it around. We want it to get on all the items you're cooking. I'm going to pretty much chop up literally all that, and then when I flip them over, I want to chop up some more, and then do a little seasoning in the cups when they're turned over, because it kind of simmers inside, and it really makes a nice effect. Maybe one more of these. Another way you can mess with garlic is you can lay your knife on it and smash it, and it gets all kind of crushed, and then you can then chop it. In some cases, that speeds things up. I really don't care today because I'm camping. I'm going to be using avocado oil. I think it's a little bit lighter. Sometimes some olive oils taste kind of like plastic to me sometimes. This one doesn't. Obviously the garlic, the salt, the spices and whatnot are going to change everything, but let's not make it take the risk of changing the flavor for whatever. I think avocado oil does cost more than olive oil, but I used to use olive oil too before I learned about this stuff, and I really like it. So you might see a lot of it here right now because I'm going to be using it on this cool deep fryer I got on Amazon. Little footage. It's for later. Looking forward to that thing. Alright, so here we go. We got that stuff's all cut up. So next, you want to use some good old red onions. Now, because these are going to cook at such a high heat, because I'm going to cook this on the fire, you want to cook everything, or cut everything thicker, just like I did with the garlic there. 2 points. So I'm going to do slices of things about like that. Like that. And like that. You don't have to cut it into small pieces. Just big enough to they'll be semi-enjoyable later. Some of the small ones will disintegrate. Some, no. Hope everyone's enjoying their weekend. This weekend's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful first springtime warm weekend we've had. Southern California is really funny because when the springtime comes, that's when we get our rain, and all winter we are literally without rain. Same thing with our summers. Our summer heat comes at the end in like September, sometimes even October. And other states are probably already receiving snow. It's a really weird place to live. But it's beautiful, and the humidity's not nearly as bad as some of the places. My father lives in Louisiana, and it's harsh. And he used to live in Washington State. And come September, I was like, I got to get out of here. This is freezing. And then now, for whatever reason, which we know what those reasons are, but we just can't say it because, okay, I'll just bring it up because people spray and try to control the weather. We have snow in the South. I'm not somebody up from the South, but they just find that very odd. Okay, so we got all that stuff done. Last things I want to add some bell pepper. I'm going to add a little bit of potato. I want to save some of this potato because I didn't buy enough to make French fries with. So it's not going to be a lot. I'm going to probably just do half. Right? Just to do something. Remember, coarse pieces in this case because they're going to cook for a while. Heck, I might even do all this. All right. You might be wondering how I'm going to flip these later, which I do intend on doing. If those who missed that, it's really easy. You're just going to take some tongs and go in there and turn them, put them over. They're going to sit in there and look pretty. See how that's done? That's how you can also stuff peppers. Cool stuff. All right, again, cut them kind of big because they cook up to like strings. I'm mainly doing this for color, flavor, and a little bit of something later. In case people go, oh, I really like bell peppers. I think too, from my experiences, like the orange bell pepper is the most flavorful of all, if I remember right. I haven't went to culinary school. I just play like I have on TV. Yeah, there's sweet stuff that's necessary. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, hi, Siri. Crazy, she listens to you so well. Alright, so we got that. So next, sea salt. Good old sea salt. Oop. This does take a good amount of salt, so I recommend controlling it. Can't have salt, don't have salt. I love salt. Okay. It's probably too much at that point. Okay. Oh, last and not least, that's some baking. I'm gonna put it on top. Rosemary. Normally I just pick this from home. As you guys may have seen in my smoking tri-tip video. But I totally forgot, so I had to buy it at the store. Ah, I love going to the store. Some people don't. They meet really interesting people. People at my local store are really cool that work there, and I've known them for years. All right, so down on the top. There's almost no way you can screw this up as far as the order, because the key is going to be turn it over and what you do with it from that point. Oil's not a really good idea to add much salt to it after it's cooled off. It does kind of gets a little grainy, so recommend try to use the most that you can. All right, so beyond that, I wanted to do some pepper. I don't have a fancy grinder because I'm camping. It's good for that. Might be weird that I'm going to put garlic powder on here, even though I have fresh garlic, but it's the effect. I'm also going to take a small amount, not to change the flavor too much, of dill. Believe it or not, what you just saw there is if y'all have, or y'all, I think myself, if you all have had Montreal steak seasoning, which was amazing, one of the key things they put in there is dill. Seasoning. So I'm gonna beat them to the punch. Making my fresh version of it. And also, even though I put that in there earlier too, onion powder. Now this should drive the neighbors around here nuts. And I'm gonna try a little something. I'm gonna add a little heat for the very first time. A little bit, not much, because those who've ever messed around with this cayenne pepper, it can get pretty rough pretty quick. So, it gets you. It's one of those things that gets you really late. On pepper, you got to make sure you have this thing installed properly, or it will fall off and kill your food in your gut. This is just to add a little something. Really light, can't really even see it. I think it's gonna be great. All right. This part is... Alright, so the key to also cooking artichokes, the more oil, the more it's submerged, the longer it cooks, the more you can eat the whole thing. So I'm going to drizzle this all the way around it. since I want to reuse this later on for other things, I'm just going to pour the whole bottle in there, minus a little bit because I want to save some for the final. You can try to scoop it in there, but sometimes it's a little hot and you don't want to hurt yourself. So a little bit, since I only have 4, I don't know, about a fourth of the bottle will be fine to use for that thing. So other than that, I'm going to put that on there. And later on, we're going to start a fire. I'm going to let it cook, probably on the fire about an hour on one side and probably an hour on the other side, because I can't really tell how hot the fire is going to actually be. And we'll see how it turns out. All right, everybody, now I'm gonna flip these over for the final pick. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. These are literally already done, but we're gonna fry them up a little bit more. Now I'm gonna probably cook these for about 20, let's say maybe 10 to 20 minutes. That's gonna be it. Oh my god. Artichokes, let's go.